Hey there, this is Pastor Scott from First Christian Church in Colorado City, Texas, and I have a message for all you parents out there. I have something for anybody that enjoys working with the youth, the younger generation, the Christians that are going to come up and lead us into the future. Have you ever wondered, have you ever worried that they're making poor decisions, that they're surrounding themselves by people of like mind and not seeking out the wisdom of others? If so, I would encourage you to sit down with them and do a Bible study over the individual named Rehoboam. And his story that I'm talking about especially can be found in 1 Kings chapter 12. 1 Kings chapter 12. And now at this point we have to remember Israel is completely united. There is not a division yet. Solomon has just died and left the kingdom to his son Rehoboam. And now Rehoboam takes over, and this man named Jeroboam, not related, but this man Jeroboam comes to him and says, Rehoboam, your father has enslaved some of his own people and made us work under harsh conditions. Please reprieve some of those conditions. Take some of those conditions away so that we again can be brothers and sisters with the rest of Israel on the same footing as everybody else. And Rehoboam says, okay, go away and give me 3 days to think about this. And so they do. And that 3 days, the first people Rehoboam goes to talk to is the counselors of his father, those that had been around Solomon and had advised Solomon in the past. And he asks them what to do. And they give him this advice. They say, you know what, Rehoboam? If you will humble yourself and be a servant to them for 1 day, they will be a servant to you forever. Essentially saying, take away some of those things, humble yourself, and you will ultimately gain their trust and loyalty. And Rehoboam's like, I don't think I like that idea very much. And so he goes to his group of friends that he had been raised with, he went to school with, he's known them their whole life, and says, hey guys, what do you think I should do? And they say, for them questioning you, you ought to make it harder on them. You ought to really enslave them and punish them. And Rehoboam's like, I like that idea a little bit more. That sounds better to me because I don't have to humble myself. And so that's the advice he took. And because he took that advice, this is one of the pivotal incidents that rips Israel into two, where we have Judah in the southern kingdom and Israel in the northern kingdom. It's because Rehoboam chose to go around and be with his friends and take his friends' advice, the easy advice, instead of taking the advice of those that were older and more wise and had more experience. And this is a very important message for our youth today. Certainly, we can see where this has value today. That oftentimes people isolate themselves, not just teenagers, not just younger kids, but even adults. We isolate ourselves around people like-minded that won't challenge us, that will let us hear what we want to hear. And yet in this passage we realize it's what we don't want to hear is what the advice he should have been taking. It was going and being uncomfortable around people he doesn't know as well and listening to their counsel. And so when we're talking to our youth, this is a great story to use, talking about you ought to be talking with your teachers. You ought to be talking with your parents and your aunts and uncles and grandparents, listening to the wisdom that they have had throughout the years to help that inform your decision. You cannot solely take the advice of those your age. That doesn't mean that some of those friends that they have give bad advice. It doesn't mean that at all. It just means that the more knowledge base that a individual can have, listening to that wisdom from generations past is so vitally important to forming opinions and the helping us discern God's word and God's will for us. And so again, the story, if you're having this Bible study as a family, what I would suggest is going to 1 Kings chapter 12 and looking at 1 Kings chapter 12 verses 1 through really verses 19. You could go clear to 19. You could shorten that a little bit if you would want, and that would be okay. I hope you found this helpful. I hope that you will take this and be blessed with this message as you go speak with the younger generation and mentor the younger generation. I hope this is a story that you have found beneficial and that you can help. If you like this video, if you like other videos from me, again, my name is Pastor Scott, Archdeacon from the First Christian Church in Colorado City, Texas, and you can look at our Facebook link that is below in the description. You'll find more videos of sermons, you'll find book reviews, you'll find other videos of this that will help you along your way as you talk to other people, as you're walking your Christian life. And I will be praying for everyone that watches this and hoping that this video blesses you and gives you another tool to use in your conversations with people. God bless and have a wonderful day.